Our next witness is Heath Hall, who's the president of Pork Barrel Barbecue here in Washington. Mr. Hall co-founded the company in 2009. Its barbecue sauce is available in over 3,000 stores in 40 states. In November, the company opened a restaurant in Alexandria, Virginia. Widely recognized as a winning entrepreneur on the television show Shark Tank, Mr. Hall is known for his innovative approach to starring and growing successful businesses. Received his bachelor's degree from Truman State University and his JD from the University of Missouri, Kansas City. So, welcome.
Thank you, Chairman, Ranking Member, and members of the committee. It's great to be here. Small businesses and the entrepreneurs who create them fuel the engine that drives the American economy and determines the overall health of our nation. It's an honor to return to Capitol Hill, where I once served as senior legislative assistant to a guy who I see is looking at me as I'm testifying, Senator Jim Talent, former chairman of this distinguished committee. But more importantly, it's an honor to be back because this is really where the genesis of Pork Barrel Barbecue was formed. In 2006, during a Senate budget debate, my business partner, Brett Thompson, and I were debating what we would be having for dinner. And as I'm sure many of you have struggled to find some good options late at night here on Capitol Hill, we were wishing and hoping and thinking about the great barbecue joints back in Missouri that we often frequented when back home. And there just weren't any here. And so at that moment, the Senate was debating pork barrel spending projects on the floor, a vigorous debate. And as we were vigorously debating dinner, the two ideas merged and Pork Barrel Barbecue was formed. So we like to say that at least one thing came out of Congress that night that was good. No offense. In the few minutes I have today, I'd like to talk about three key issues that every entrepreneur faces on their journey to creating a successful and small business. Those include risk assessment, access to capital, and increasing their visibility and identity. The first, risk assessment. There's a critical point where every small businessman and entrepreneur founding those businesses have to make the decision to move forward and invest their own time and money with zero guarantee of getting anything back. For most, those include, like us, those include questions of, where are we going to get the funding? How are we going to be known? Where are we going to secure retail outlets and customers? The second is access to capital. For many, if not most, getting through this challenge means spending a lot of precious capital on understanding the system. And it didn't take us too long to realize that we needed every ounce of capital that we had, and most of that coming from our own pockets, in order to do this process and do it right. And because we had such limited funds, in addition to limited access to additional capital, we decided that we would take nothing out of our company from the beginning until a point when we could, and we're still at that point today where we've realized no profits ourselves. Everything we've made, we've reinvested into the company. And I think it's important right here to note that every extra regulation, requirement, and delay that the government imposes is a burden that new small businesses have to overcome. These burdens cost time and money and often lead to many small businesses prematurely calling it quits, opting to create fewer jobs, or slowing down their innovations. I'm not saying that none of the regulations are necessary or justified. They often are. But I do want the committee to understand that they come at a cost in time and money which small businesses must pay and which could not be used for them generating jobs and growing their company. The third is the need to increase that brand identity. The challenges for most entrepreneurs in doing this is it's on a shoestring budget. For us, we accomplished it through social media. And in a stroke of luck, we were contacted by the producers of the hit reality show Shark Tank on ABC, and that really changed the future of our company. We were given the opportunity to present our product in front of sharks, and we got a deal from Barbara Corcoran, the New York real estate giant, and she is currently still a valued member of our company and business partner. And so it gave us some capital, and it also gave us instant national exposure that we could have never afforded. I set before you today 100% certain that we would not be in the position we are were it not for Shark Tank, which kind of sounds strange. The TV show could do that for you, but it really has. Our second break came when we met a guy named Hunt Burke of Burke and Herbert Bank over in Alexandria, Virginia, a bank that believes in entrepreneurs and believed in us. And he gave us the initial seed money after the show to really address all of the new retail accounts that we were quickly gaining. It's also important to note, I think, right here, that large businesses play an important role in the success of small businesses. Harris Teeter, a local grocery store on the East Coast, picked us up before we were known. Costco, a real contributor to cultivating small businesses in this country, picked us up. Safeway has been a huge supporter with unsubsidized promotions and ads that we could have never afforded. Although I don't have any specific policy recommendations for the committee, I would say that, in my opinion, the average entrepreneur does not expect or want to be unregulated. We take quality and safety very seriously. We take pride in offering an affordable gourmet product that is high quality, good tasting, and safe for people to consume, and is produced by manufacturers that are current and have scored high on all required inspections. The problem, in my view, is that there is no effective safeguard in the system to make sure the regulations are written and enforced in a way that minimizes the burden of honest, well-intentioned entrepreneurs. One approach I would encourage the committee to look into would be for the government to adopt a partnership approach to regulation whenever possible. In these cases, it seems far more productive and less costly to all parties to partner with these businesses rather than adopting an adversarial attitude that leads to costly fines for mistakes that would make it good faith and that had no impact on public health or safety. I would like to reiterate that America is still the land of opportunity, and when given the chance, an entrepreneur's idea combined with the power of the free market can lead to amazing things. If America is to emerge from its economic woes, it will be on the back of entrepreneurs. Elected officials like yourself should keep in mind the sacrifices and risks entrepreneurs take when considering ways to increase the number of successful small businesses in America. It is the entrepreneur who has taken all the risk and invest his or her time and money into that endeavor with no guarantee of return. If small businesses are not allowed to enjoy the benefit of success when it happens, they will never take the risk of failure. Thank you, and I look forward to your questions.